Hey everyone, thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos, and today we're looking at inequalities in context, and there'll be multiple choice. You have to pick the correct one. So let's take a look at our first problem here. Well, before we do that, I want to take a look at the steps. So the steps to solve these are to move the variable to the left on the multiple choice options, use a tape diagram to write the inequality, and find keywords or words to select the correct inequality sign. Alright, so let's take a look. Alright, so a group of friends wants to go to the amusement park. They have no more than $555 to spend on parking and admissions. Parking is $7.50, and the tickets cost $39.50 per person, including tax. Which inequality will be used to determine the P, the maximum number of people who can go to the amusement park? Okay. Alright, so the first step is to move the variable to the left on the inequality. On this particular problem, all the variables are already on the left. All the variables is already on the left here. Alright, I want you to work with me. There we go. Okay. Well, the P is already on the left, as you can see right there. So since the P is already on the left, right? So we don't have to worry about switching the whole thing around. But I'll show you one like that. Okay. Step 2. Use a tape diagram to write the inequality. So I'm gonna set up a tape diagram. Okay. So first I'm gonna take the total, which is 555. It can't be no more than 555. So we got the 555 first here, and we're going to put some boxes in here to do our tape diagram. Well, we know we got the flat fee of $7.50, right? So I'm going to put a box for $7.50. Okay. And we know we're going to have a person. We're going to have as many people as we can get to fit into that. And instead of putting $39.50 in there, I'm just going to put P for person. Okay. We know it's $39.50, but I'm just going to put P for person there. Okay. So each person, each ticket is going to be $39.50. So we got our tape diagram. And we know that P is going to go to the $39.50. Okay. Alright. Boom. Now, the next step. Use a keyword or words to select the correct inequality. Alright, so the keyword in this one is this have no more than. That's the key words right there. No more than. If you have no more than, that's going to be less than or equal to. Okay. So right away you can pick the ones that is less than or equal to, and you know that's going to be it. The ones that's not less than or equal to won't be the answer. Alright, so now we're down to these two choices here. This 7.5p plus 39.5 less than or equal to 555, or 7.5 plus 39.5 times p. Well, we know we're going to put the 39.5 times the p, right? And the 750 is just a flat fee. So that's going to be this one here. That's going to make this one our correct answer. Alright, let's take a look at another one. Alright, so remember our steps. First, we're going to move the variable to the left on the multiple choice options. Use a tape diagram to write the inequality, and then find the keyword or words to select the correct inequality sign. Alright, so first we're going to take care of the multiple choice options. Okay, so see how this one has a variable on the left side? So that one's good. And this one over here has a variable on the left side. That one's good. But these other ones don't. Okay, so we're going to fix it. And all we're going to do is put whatever's on the left on the right, whatever's on the right on the left. So I'm going to put this 75 plus 1250, or 2.5V, on the left, and put the 170 on the right. Now in doing so, I'm going to swap my inequality sign around. See that? That's the main thing I want to do. Because when your variable's on the left, the less than or greater than, when you say it, it makes more sense. You could have on this one right here, this is a less than. The V is less than, but you got a greater than or equal to sign. It gets confusing. So we're just going to eliminate that, right? It's still an option to pick, but we want to swap it around and make it like this. Same thing on this other one. So we're going to have 75 plus 1250 is greater than or equal to, swap it around, 170. Alright, y'all follow me so far? Cool. Scribble that out. So these are our 4 choices. Now we got that. The next thing we're going to do is do a tape diagram. So we're going to start with the total, which is 170 points. Let me read it right quick. Braden has a points card for a movie theater. He receives 75 reward points just for signing up. He earns 12.5 points for each visit to the movie theater. He needs at least 170 points for a free movie ticket. So he needs 170. So that's the total amount. At least 170. Right? Okay. He's going to have a flat 75 to start here. And he's going to add a visit, and go keep having more visits, right? A visit, a visit, a visit, a visit. We don't know how many visits it takes, but we do know you're going to multiply each visit by 12.5. Alright, so we got our tape diagram. Now the next thing we're going to do is find the key phrase, key word. And in this case, it's going to be this at least. At least. So when you have at least, that means they'll have to be greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. Alright, so we're going to have greater than or equal to. So we got to find the one that has the total greater than or equal to. So it's either this one right here, change colors, this one here, or this one here, right? But we got to pick the one that has the, and I left the V off of this. Should be V here. Change that to black. Alright, so it's either this one or this one, right? These two that have less than won't be an option. So just eliminate those all the way around. So it's one of these two. Well, we're going to pick the one that has the 12.5 times the V. So the one that has 12.5 times the V is this one here. So that's the correct one. Alright. So let's take a look at another one. I'm going to pause the video, or you could pause the video here and see if you can solve this one on your own. But don't forget the steps. We want to move the variable to the left on the multiple choice options. Use a tape diagram to write the inequality. Find the keywords or words to select the correct inequality. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that all our variables are to the left. So all our variables to the left, we got C, 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 and C. All the variables are to the left. Okay? Alright, so that's no problem. Next thing I want to do is do a tape diagram. Tape diagram is going to be this 25,000, right? And then we got 9,200 or 9,200, and that's the shipping crates that's already on there. And then we're adding another shipping crate, another shipping crate, another shipping crate. Each one is 80 kilograms, right? So that's our tape diagram. And step 3 is to find the keyword. The keyword is greatest number of. So when you have greatest number of, that's going to equal less than or equal to. So we'll have the 2,500. Okay, it's got to be the 9,200 or the 9,000 and did I say 2,500? I'm sorry. The 25,000. Okay, is what is the greatest it could be here. The 9,200 plus all the extra crates added together would have to be less than or equal to 25,000. So that's why it's going to end up being D. D is going to be your answer. Alright, go ahead and pause the video here and see if you can solve this one. Okay, so here's the last problem here. I've got the problem swapped around so that the variable's on the left. I did that first right here. And then next thing I did is I went ahead and did my tape diagram. Realized that my total is 378, and I'm going to multiply the S number of spoons times 8 here. Then I found my key phrase, which is at least, which means greater than or equal to. And then that'll lead me to my answer being D, 325 plus the 8 times the number of S's here, greater than or equal to 378. Okay, well, that is solving inequalities in context using multiple choice. I want to thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Have a nice day.